Family First today, we're talking about divorce. We know it's really a very broad and many times difficult topic to tackle, so there is a lot to talk about. Our hope is to do that here on Family First. Now, obviously, we can't get to all of it today, but today we're just going to sort of hit the tip of the iceberg, so to speak, and we're talking about it, explaining it to our kids. Dr. Laura Saunders from Hartford Hospital's Institute of Living is joining us once again. Thank you so much for being with us. As I said, it's a really difficult topic, and depending on the dynamic and where you are with your family, even if your family is not affected by it personally, it's going to come up with kids.
Absolutely. It will definitely come up. If it's not, in your family, it could be in your extended family, it could be the good friends of your children. So it will be in their circle, so it is okay to talk about it. Often I think it works best when the child brings the question up. Oh, I heard my friend's parents are getting divorced. What does that mean? That is an opening to then have that discussion.
And how do we start about that? What are the important things that we need to tell our kids? Like, for the example that you said, your daughter, your son comes home from preschool and just said, oh, Jimmy said his parents are divorced. What does that mean?
I think it's
and maybe the first time they've ever heard that term.
Right. It's being simple and matter of fact, explaining what it means. Right. Divorce means that parents are no longer going to be married, but it also means that they will continue to be parents to the children. So once you're a parent, you're always a parent. There's no way to end that. But divorce means that the parents are better off being separated and living separately, but they will always be parents. And that's the part I really like to emphasize for kids, because it can create a lot of anxiety and uncertainty for them.
Now, when the conversation has to be had because it's something that your family is going through, that conversation is a little bit more different, is a bit different.
It is different. I think it's best done in clear, non-emotional terms as best as possible, because it's a highly emotional topic. So the more you explain things in simple terms, your father and I are going to be divorced. That means that we still love you as parents. However, we're not going to be living together, or we're in the process of separating, whatever status you're under, and really just taking the time to explain things to the kids. It's really important that you don't use negative terms. Your father's doing going off on his own, to really look at it as a joint decision, because the better you explain it, the better the long-term adjustment will be.
And obviously the key is to keep it with that it's the adult's responsibility, that none of this falls on the shoulders of the children. Nothing is on the kids as far as blame, the result of, or anything like that.
Right, so there's no fault on the children. These are adult decisions, but acknowledging that it affects the children, right? That it will feel different, that, we will be able to communicate with you, and the more you can do things in advance, tell your kids what's going on. Well, Daddy will be moving out in 2 weeks, and letting them know that, giving them information, because the more information and the more unemotional information you give, the lower their anxiety levels will be.
All right, Dr. Saunders, thanks so much for being with us. We do appreciate it. As I mentioned, this is a really difficult topic, and there are a lot of other topics to come out of this main topic, so we hope to have you back here to talk about those as well.
Thank you, Erica.
All right, thanks. Coming up next here on Fox Station 1, we have a lot more ahead. Stay with us.